Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. So it's time for me to drop some proper YouTube content on you guys. I gave you guys a bit of a sneak peek on the Gadgetzan expansion yesterday, but I was also streaming all day yesterday, so I couldn't really spend the time I wanted to give you guys, some of the cool things I experienced on the first day in the Gadgetzan expansion. So out of all the interesting things, I know when you guys get into the expansion, you kind of want, a little bit of suggestive content on what you can be playing that works, that actually has, the new deck types, the new cards, the new archetypes, all that kind of stuff. And in this video, I wanted to highlight the most successful deck I had yesterday. I played, a handful of different decks, each about 10 games or so, and this just happened to be the one with best results. I didn't really feel too weak against anything that people were playing. In fact, I believe both of the losses were against decks from the previous expansion. I believe one loss was to the old Secret Hunter, and I believe the other loss was to just the old mid-range Shaman, which you guys know, those decks, when they draw really well, you just can't really beat them. So I feel pretty confident. I was beating a lot of the new decks. I was beating the dreaded Pirate Aggro Warrior, and I was beating the dreaded controlled Jade Druid with my Jade Rogue deck. Now, the very interesting thing about this deck is there were a lot of naysayers with Rogue. It's like, well, Rogue really sucks. It's only getting like 2 Jade cards. It's only getting a few Miracoli cards. But actually, Rogue has a pretty big impact on the ladder already. Miracle Rogue is actually a thing. The few cards they got in that direction was actually very powerful. And the few cards they got in the Jade direction, even though Rogue has the fewest Jade cards out of all the Jade classes, it's actually possibly the best class to do a Jade deck on. So why? What is that? The cards are just really good. So Jade Shuriken, I'm sure pronunciation, all that, forget it. Card's amazing though. Just doing 2 damage often at the cost of 2 mana is pretty good. A lot of the time, even the 3 damage for 2 mana cards that are in every deck whenever they can put them in, those cards often just satisfy to do 2 damage. So just on that note, it's a pretty good card. And if you just get a 1/1, let alone like a 10/10 later in the game, even just get a 1/1, it's a pretty good card. So even if you weren't playing a Jade deck, this card would be pretty good. Probably not constructed good, but close, and maybe even that. So the card just by itself is awesome. Same thing with the Jade Swarmer. The Jade Swarmer is a 1-mana 1/1 stealth, and when it dies, it drops another 1/1. And that's not exactly like great for a 2-drop, but it's pretty good. It's just a very sticky minion that drops more minions. It's got a death rattle effect. Why not? But even with 1 Jade down, if it spawns a 2/2, that's suddenly really, really good. And then when you get into like the 10/10 category, well, you get the idea. The deck, even though it has the fewest Jade cards, it definitely has some of the most powerful ones available in the entire expansion, and it makes up for the low count with the very high synergistic effects. So the Jade Swarmers, for instance, are largely impacted by the death rattle options Rogue has with the Raptors. So Raptors basically just gives you another Jade effect. And there are a few other things. Because you're running all these death rattles and, N'Zoth Rogue was already a thing in the past, it is once again a thing in the Jade Rogue. So N'Zoth makes a gigantic presence because because you have like 2 fewer Jade cards compared to like Shaman, or 4 fewer compared to like Druids, you literally get more than just those back through these death rattle synergistic effects that the Rogue has. And the main difference between Jade Rogue and Jade Druid, which is definitely the most popular type of Jade deck, is that the Jade Rogue plays as a tempo deck, while the Jade Druid plays as a control deck that usually gets completely slam dunked by other tempo decks. The Druid's weakness is a tempo deck, and the Rogue is the tempo deck. So it doesn't have that weakness. It plays actively, it plays forcefully on the board, and it really can get control of the board. So while your Jade Golems might not be scaling at the same rate as a Druid, because you're always winning on the board and you have that efficient Rogue removal, it doesn't actually matter. You're generally going to be winning at every single step of the game, and they're usually going to lose before that advantage grows too much. Really didn't lose to any Jade Druids. I beat most of the aggressive decks. So it seems like a pretty good catch-all deck. While overall the ladder wasn't particularly enjoyable, it's not It's too early to tell. It's not indicative of much, just that, well, ladder wasn't particularly enjoyable on the first day because there's so many aggressive decks, and if you tried to play control, you lost the Jade druid. So it's kind of hard to find a deck that does both well, but this is a good start, and hopefully it's the start of many more decks like these to come. Check out some of the games, let me know what you think, let me know some of your great creations so far in the Gadgetzan expansion, and yeah, check out the other video.
Okay. Should I assume that every single druid is playing Jade cards? Which means I have to go face. I have to smork it up. Getting your board of golems devolved hurts. Sure. I was thinking of dropping Bran, but I don't think he's going to survive until I get a battle cry that's relevant, and I'd really like to get a battle cry that's relevant. I'd be setting up a pretty insane swipe here. But he's playing Jade. I do have to push tempo as hard as I can. Please no swiper. I was in a very similar situation earlier. Okay, that's fine.
Here we go. I can't do this.
No beasts in my deck. Yet.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Oh, here we go. Two face damage for backstab. Oh yeah, that was probably terrible, huh? Get to keep Bran if I didn't make that mistake. Yeah. That's a pretty big deal. Rip. I think I'm in good shape actually, because I'm gonna be spawning those Jade golems faster than he is, and I have board control. So he needs like some serious power plays. He also has to deal with the Ragnaros the turn after. I mean, I don't know. This is a 4-4, a 5-5, and a 5-3. I actually think I'm doing okay. Okay, well that was not bad. I am still a little bit ahead of him though. I think I would have just straight up won the game if I didn't do the backstab misplay, which is pretty insane. Okay. Well, I can do that death rattle anytime. Let's do this now. New pally buff synergize with Cthulhu. Yep. Okay, he's ahead of me now.
This guy's toast.
I'm mostly terrified of Bran staying up. The rest doesn't matter. Okay. He drew a swipe like a couple turns ago. I don't know if he has too great of a chance to draw another one. Alright, well that's pretty good. Yep.
Time waits for no one.
Wow. Seriously, you drew all three? Just like all of them.
You want to buy a funnel cake?
Sniper reg at least. This is pretty exciting. Just can't believe he drew all three of them. Like, it's actually insane. He played one, he put one in his deck, and then he drew three. He only drew like 4 cards since then. It was like almost 100% of his draws were the Jade idol he sank into his deck. That's insane. But yeah, Sniper Rag is helping a lot right now. Did you try to swipe now? No way.
Time waits for no one.
Wow. Okay. Rip.
Join the pack.
I can see.
Barnes is pretty exciting with this deck. I think I'm just gonna keep that. It's in the mail. Yes, of course.
Another night on the prowl.
Okay. So it's an aggressive beast druid. I think that's a good match for me. Let's ramp those golems, I guess.
Tonight, a tale of glorious redemption.
Here we go.
Alright, so A is going to spawn 4/4 and Death Rattle's a 5/5. And he's probably not going to want to kill it, so I'll get an opportunity to raptor it for a 6/6. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, come on. How do they always have that?
Golems are a girl's best friend.
Where shall I strike?
Oh, that's getting sapped. Or not.
We hunger for vengeance.
Holy crap, dude. Okay. Yeah. Starting a bit late.
I can see.
think I like the idea of a redraw. You hope I like Jade Golems. It is the Jade Golem expansion.
You want my funnel cake?
What's the second class on this list? Oh, Priest made it above Rogue. So Priest, Rogue, and Warlock, and then Paladin. That's what you guys want to see. Alright.
The end is coming!
Interesting.
Let's dance! Buy one!
Wow, that's a nice one. I have a feeling that's going to come in pretty useful in Control Warlock match. The thing is, I kind of need to tempo out right now, but... Oh man, I'd hate to discard anything in my hand.
The truth is in here.
Okay. That's really not too bad.
Drink the power.
Flame Amp's coming down again. Okay. Sapping a 1-drop. Yep. I'm quite alright with that. Alright, dude, what you got? Okay, sure, whatever. I think I can out Jade a control deck, and I don't think I'll lose to just the crazy push because I have Twisting Nether by some miracle.
At last.
Oh yeah, that might be interesting.
Here we go.
Alright. So I get a 2-2 and a 3-3 when the board gets cleared. What gimmick deck will I try next? I don't know. This one is really picking up though. I only lost my first game. I should get really salty on that too because it's fucking Secret Hunter. This is why I think Kazakuth may not be all that.
We're gonna be rich.
I have no time for games.
He will definitely Twisting Nether here if he has it. Does not have it. Oh. Alright. Shadow Flame is really good here.
Tonight, a tale of true terror. Who knows what secrets will uncover? Ha 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 ha! Let's dance!
Here we go.
Okay. I got an extra card off the Swashbuckler.
Drink the power.
I think a dragon potion is what he's looking for here. Oh, he's got the... Oh, Mortal Coil. I thought he had the Shadow Madness potion. Say, not bad. Well, I don't have Bran anymore. I might save that for Bran. Interesting. This is like 3 damage each, so I have 7 more than the board. I'm 3 off lethal. I'm 1 mana off lethal, actually.
On with the show.
Here we go.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
Pleasant feast of Wintervale.
There's no better moment to praise the Winter Veil than that. Alright, I'll just keep playing this until I lose, I guess. Oh, it's Hunters again. Oh, a new Hunter deck? That's crazy.
You want to buy a funnel cake?
Tabby Cat and Alley Cat.
Such big teeth I have.
Okay. I'm gonna go for it. If I can push a kill command and a skipped turn, that's fine. Damn.
The better to eat you with. Such big teeth I have. The better to eat you with.
Oh, who's a good boy?
Cat trick. Well, maybe it's not a new deck. Maybe it's just Secret Hunter and you put it in Alley Cat. Because I'm pretty sure that's what it is now. Oh, alright. Alright, dude, I'm game. I'm game.
Here we go.
There's no look save.
Okay, so we have to save Sap for that.
You on the list?
It's kind of a weird one.
Tonight, a tale of wonder and magic. Let's dance.
Still waiting for patches meta. It's just pirates are still so clunky.
To my side.
You gonna smork me? Oh my. Alright, so we have 2 very sensible and nice turns ahead.
Come midnight.
On with the show.
Here we go.
Yeah, almost made a mistake there. Okay. Secret Hunter with Alley Cat. Sure.